Moses warned the children of Israel and us, the future remnant, about the practices of the nations. And we find this in Leviticus 19, verse 26. You shall not eat upon the blood, neither shall you practice divination nor soothsaying. So eating blood is a part of this occult practice. And in Hebrew, the word for divination comes from the root nachas, the same word used for serpent. These were the occult practices of the nations, and Moses warned Israel not to follow them. Deuteronomy 18, verses 9 through 10. When you come into the land which Yah your God gives you, you shall not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. There shall not be found among you anyone who practices divination or soothsayer or an enchanter or a witch. And listen to what else Moses warns. And we find that in Deuteronomy 18, verses 13 through 14. You shall be perfect with Yah your God, for these nations which you shall dispossess listen to soothsayers and diviners. But as for you, Yah your God has not allowed you to do so. Now let's look at what happened to the children of Israel in the wilderness. Numbers 21, verse 8. Make a fiery serpent and set it upon a pole, and it shall come to pass that everyone that is bitten, when he looks upon it, shall live. And eventually, the children of Israel turned that very bronze serpent into an idol. And we find this in 2 Kings chapter 18, verse 4. He broke in pieces the bronze serpent that Moses had made, for unto those days the children of Israel burned incense to it. The prophets also rebuked Israel for returning to these same practices, and we find this in Ezekiel 33, verse 25. Wherefore say unto them, Thus says Yah, you eat with the blood, and lift up your eyes towards your idols, and shed blood, and shall you possess the land? So shed blood, or blood rituals, and lifting the eyes up towards your idols were things Yah warned Israel to avoid. Matthew 26, verse 28 says, For this is my blood of the covenant, which is shed for many for the remission of sins. And Jesus or Yeshua says in the New Testament, in John 6, verse 53, Except you eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you have no life in you. And in John 3, verse 14, it says, As Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up. And now Israel has been deceived to lifting their eyes up to an idol, JC or Yeshua, and drinking his blood and giving him worship. We must remember what Moses warned us. Do not eat upon the blood, do not practice divination, and do not raise up idols. So the question is, are we following the instruction of Yah not to do after the abominations of the nations? Or are we participating in witchcraft?